Hello MotoGP enthusiasts, welcome back to DAZN GP today. As tension mounts inside the Ducati Lenovo Team garage, Dani Pedrosa has weighed in with a brutally honest analysis of what's holding Pecco Bagnaia back. While Marc Márquez rides high atop the championship, Bagnaia finds himself third and 51 points adrift. Speaking to DAZN, Pedrosa traced the issue back to one key decision by Ducati, one that's proving harder for Bagnaia to digest than anticipated. Jack Miller's MotoGP future is back in the spotlight. The Australian veteran, now riding for Pramac Yamaha, has reportedly received an intriguing offer to switch to the World Superbike Championship in 2026. While Pramac remains supportive, Miller's contract situation, and a dip in results, has opened new possibilities. On the Moto.it podcast, Enea Bastianini gave a frank assessment of his first half-season with KTM. The former Ducati star admits the RC16's handling has been a hurdle, but he's focused on unlocking the package and sizing up the championship fight between Marc Márquez, Alex Marquez, and his old teammate Pecco Bagnaia. MotoGP's reigning world champion, Jorge Martin, may not be on track right now, but he's still shaking up the paddock. A cryptic social media message posted ahead of the British Grand Prix at Silverstone has reignited speculation about his recovery, future plans, and even a potential early exit from Aprilia. Don't forget to click subscribe button and the bell icon for MotoGP news update. Pedrosa believes the psychological burden of sharing a box with Marc Márquez is a deeper challenge than any technical tweak. Ducati's choice to bring in Marquez, at the expense of Jorge Martin, Enea Bastianini, and even Marco Bezzecchi, has created a high-stakes dynamic that's thrown Bagnaia off balance. Pecco is in an awkward situation where he thinks, why do I have to be here with Marc now? That's not easy to digest. And when Marc starts winning, you shift into asking yourself why it's not working for you, Pedrosa said. The contrasts between Marquez and Bagnaia aren't just mental, they're mechanical. Pedrosa pointed out that Marquez thrives on adaptability, while Bagnaia relies on a specific setup to deliver his best performances. Marc can ride fast with almost any setting. He can adapt. Pecco, on the other hand, needs the bike dialed in exactly how he likes it. If you change something, maybe he loses that edge, and suddenly the lap time is gone. Marquez's speed and consistency have been the big talking points of the season. Pedrosa emphasized that while others might match Marc on a flying lap, few can replicate his ability to maintain race pace lap after lap. Right now, Marc has two key things: speed and pace. Even if someone matches him for a lap, he sustains it longer. Whether it's setup or just pure skill, he holds that performance deep into the race. The domino effect of Ducati's signing Marquez has been far-reaching, costing them 3 rising stars and Pramac's allegiance. But so far, the results are hard to argue with. Pedrosa implied that while the pressure on Pecco is rising, Ducati's gamble on the number 93 is paying off. What's hurting Pecco the most is Ducati's decision to have Marc in the box. But right now, Marc's delivering. He's the one with wins, poles, and pace. As Bagnaia tries to recalibrate in the face of internal competition and external expectations, Pedrosa's analysis underlines the fragile balance within the Ducati camp. With Marquez firing on all cylinders, the reigning champ must now conquer not only the track, but the tension within. As the season rolls on, the real question is, how long can Ducati keep both riders in sync before one rooster crows louder than the other? According to Speedweek, Miller has been approached by Honda's World SBK team with a view to 2026. Honda, currently fielding Iker Lecuona and Xavi Vierge in the Production Bay Series, is said to be targeting the MotoGP race winner to inject experience and star power into their project. This wouldn't be the first time a MotoGP rider has crossed into superbikes, but Miller's situation is unique. At 30, he's still considered sharp and valuable in MotoGP, especially as a development rider. Pramac Yamaha rescued Miller from potential exile after he lost his KTM factory seat to rising star Pedro Acosta. The Italian satellite squad, making its own transition from Ducati to Yamaha machinery this year, needed experience, and Miller fit the bill. Early signs were encouraging. A fifth-place finish at Kota served as proof that the Aussie could still mix it at the sharp end. However, that high point has since faded. Miller has failed to score points in the last 6 races and sits on his lowest points tally since 2016. Yet stats don't tell the whole story. Miller's value as a test and development rider has been crucial for Yamaha's rebuilding effort. His feedback and technical acumen have helped elevate the package. Factory rider Fabio Quartararo's pole and podium at Le Mans stand as testament. Pramac has publicly declared they're in no rush to replace either Miller or teammate Miguel Oliveira. The team values stability during this transitional period with Yamaha. Still, Miller's 1-year contract expires at the end of 2025, and no extension has been inked, leaving the door open. If the World SBK offer is serious, it provides Miller with an exit route that would keep him competitive in a factory setup. But the Australian has made no secret that MotoGP remains his priority. Whether Pramac, or another team, offers him a seat may determine whether he takes that road. Jack Miller's 2025 season has had highs and lows, but he remains a paddock favorite and a proven asset in any garage. With Honda knocking on the World SBK door and his MotoGP contract ticking down, the decision for 2026 is creeping closer. One thing is certain, Miller still has more laps left in him. Where he takes them remains to be seen. Switching from Ducati to KTM this winter, Bastianini expected a period of adaptation, yet the reality has proven more challenging. The Italian has found himself working back off a bit from his usual front-running form as he searches for feeling on the slippery RC16. It's been quite complicated. I was hoping to be further ahead in the standings, but instead I've had to back off a bit. We're working hard to get back on top, Bastianini said. Rather than point fingers at the bike or the team, Bastianini stressed it's simply a case of not yet extracting the RC16's full potential. He praised KTM's progress while acknowledging there's still a long way to go. I don't think it's anyone's fault. We're just not getting the most out of the package yet. It's a start that's moving forward. We have to stay focused to improve. Every new circuit has meant significant setup tweaks for Bastianini as he tries to avoid adapting his style to the bike. Going forward, he plans to lock in a baseline configuration and let his riding style evolve around the KTM's unique demands. I have to maintain, let's say, the same setup and adapt more to the bike. It has different needs than last year's machine. I need to reset myself as soon as possible. Peering ahead to the championship fight, Bastianini immediately names 3 men to watch. He praises Marquez's seamless switch to the factory Ducati, singles out Marquez as a surprising challenger, and gives a nod to Bagnaia's diesel pace. Marc has started off on the right foot with the factory team, very fast everywhere. And Alex has surprised me most. I didn't expect him in the title fight, but he's reacted brilliantly. We know Pecco is a diesel. He picks up pace race after race. As Bastianini learns the KTM's quirks and plots his path back to the front, the championship narrative is already taking shape. With Marquez's hot start, Alex's breakout performances, and Bagnaia's relentless acceleration, the 2025 title chase promises to be a true test of speed, adaptability, and endurance. The post was brief but loaded with intrigue. This comeback is personal. Day 1, Martin wrote. No further context, no clarification. Fans and insiders alike were left guessing. Has he been medically cleared? Has his recovery finally turned a corner? Or was this the beginning of a bigger plan? What makes the message more tantalizing is that it comes during a turbulent time for Martin. His 2025 season has been ravaged by injury. After crashing just before the opening round in Thailand, Martin missed multiple races due to a fractured scaphoid. His return in Qatar was short-lived. Another crash resulted in 11 broken ribs and a damaged lung. Since then, the reigning champion has been sidelined indefinitely. Martin's absence has created ripple effects far beyond the Aprilia garage. Despite only contesting one Grand Prix for the Noali-based squad since his move from Pramac Ducati, rumors of an early split have gained serious traction. In Italy, whispers have already emerged linking Martin to a new destination for 2026, possibly even sooner. One report suggests Honda is ready to make an aggressive play, with the financial resources to tempt the Spaniard away despite his contract with Aprilia extending through next season. Meanwhile, Aprilia has remained tight-lipped. When asked, team representatives vaguely hinted that Martin could return before the summer break, which leaves 6 races, including Silverstone, for that possibility. But the lack of clarity has only intensified speculation. If Jorge Martin is plotting a comeback, either physically or contractually, it comes at a delicate time. The MotoGP rider market is already chaotic, and his potential departure would leave Aprilia scrambling. Several names have already surfaced as possible replacements, though no clear favorite has emerged. In the meantime, Martin's message, day 1, could mean anything. The start of rehabilitation? The first day back on a training bike? Or perhaps the first move in an effort to cut ties with Aprilia? What's clear is that Martin is staying visible and vocal, even while off the bike. Jorge Martin's journey from reigning champion to injured absentee has been brutal. But now, with just 3 words, he's flipped the narrative. Whether day 1 marks his physical recovery or a behind-the-scenes contract twist, the message is clear: Jorge Martin isn't done yet. Not by a long shot. Thanks for watching DAZN GP today, and this is your MotoGP news update. And see you next time!